orange team screed. I'd like to say that this is a screed done with speed. Yeah, I think what they did here is they tried to finish it off too quickly and they just left it. They never came back to come and refinish it.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. Right, lots of crazing there because they brought all the fines up to the top surface, never refloated it, just left it up at the top. Yeah, look, they never paid much attention to actually getting it very flat.
Yeah.
So they may have got the level right, but the flatness, no.
Okay, blue team's screed effort. It looks nicely worked off. I put a pigment in.
That's solid. Right there.
Yeah, the section here is pretty loose.
I don't see any significant plastic shrinkage cracking, but what I do see is crazing. And see how rapidly the water absorbs as well, but look at it. You can see it's like a spider's web.
Yes.
It's not a structural defect, but aesthetically it's not good.
But look at the pigment coming out. It's good, eh?
No, it's good.
Yep. Okay, this is the grey team's screed.
Let's see how they've done.
Oh, I can see straight away.
There's some cracking over here. And I can see some shrinkage over here. Well, it's not that pronounced, but it's still, you know, out here.
Look how quickly that water is absorbed.
Yeah.
Total lack of curing.
No,
I would put carpet on the screed, but you can,
very hollow.
You can maybe work with a towel. Not good.
Quite a bit. Oh! These plastic shrinkage cracks have become bigger over the period of time that we haven't been here. So I would expect, like this crack, I would expect that to expand a lot more.
It's going to start crumbling.
And I would expect the crack to develop down the center.
Well, let's have a look at what the green team has done with their screed floor.
Okay, we can see the plastic shrinkage cracking that we saw on our first visit.
It's definitely a lot more pronounced.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's hollow.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely laminating. Coming loose.
Check the edges there with the hammer, Dion.
Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah, no, it's completely loose.
Okay, just identify where they were hollow again.
It's going to crumble quite badly. I think with regards to thickness, 10 mil.
Sure. Okay. Now let's check with the
from a flatness point of view, it's not bad. It's nice and level, and a little bit of a hollow there in the middle. Not too bad.
Not bad, eh?
If you're going to tile this or carpet this, you could work with this level, with a finish.
It's quite easy to identify cracks like this. You can look at that plastic shear. Yeah, this would be called plastic shear. If I recall correctly, this team used a latex in the surface. That's it. They floated the curing compound into the surface. And that is typically what happens, because the surface tightens up too quickly with the steel trowel. So it tears that surface.
The thickness worries me. That for me is a very negative point. And the delaminating on the edges for me is a problem.
Okay.
But it also just means they didn't get their specifications correctly.
But not badly finished off.
And the plastic shrinkage cracking and the plastic shearing,
Yeah.
those were all defects that occurred while they were doing the job.
This is Team Orange, and we're having a look at their driveway challenge.
It's as broad as a driveway.
Well, one thing I can say about this is that it's a non-slip finish.
For sure.
I think they've gone for a simple design, no reinforcing, no fibers. The dimensions are not really going to let it crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the blue team's walkway. If you remember, they started with these two black panels, and that was an infill panel. It was their last panel. They didn't have enough material, so we've ended up with that step.
Which is a bit of a tripping hazard.
Yeah.
Yes. If you remember, when we first looked at it, the colors were very vivid. It was very black, very red.
And very red, yeah.
And what has happened is they have faded. And this is one of the effects of time.
Except for the tripping hazard and the colors, I think it's quite nice.
This is Grey Team's walkway.
The walkway.
Look, I've got a very different opinion about the walkway. I personally don't like it. I don't like the fibers that are clearly visible on the surface. The edging is very untidy. It's honeycombing all over the place. The only thing I like about the walkway is that it's linking the house to the bride. It's a functional walkway.
Yes, whilst it may not look very good, structurally,
It's sound.
it's very
But
good.
it's a
Yeah,
sound
sound.
structure, yeah.
Yeah.
It does look a bit uneven though. I
It
mean,
is uneven.
walking into
No,
the house.
It
so.
definitely is uneven. The functionality of it I like. The execution of it I'm not too crazy about. It's sloped the right way in terms of water drainage. The water will not
Yes.
sit
Yeah.
on it and pond.
And it also, it won't collect right at the door, so which is a great thing.
Yeah. That unfortunately is a gully. So it could
Okay.
never be used for stormwater drainage. So I would imagine they would just drain the water around. But there's no cracking.
Not even crazing.
Yeah.
Now, this challenge was properly cured with a curing compound that was applied by roller. So it's quite obvious the water isn't being absorbed as quickly, which means that it still retained quite a lot of moisture.
Yeah.
Cracking hasn't occurred, so length change hasn't occurred.
Yeah.
And so far, it's the only one that was properly cured with a curing
I
compound.
think the combination brine walkway, yeah, is good.
Yep.
Like it.
No, they've done well.
Okay, let's look at Green Team's.
Walkway.
The walkway.
Yeah, and also you get this feeling of a road to nowhere kind of situation.
I think
Although
what they had attempted to do was to say that they had the drainage away from the house,
Yeah.
up against the brick wall, and at least a dry area at the step. I suppose it is a walkway up to a point.
Yeah.
And also what it does for the house is it creates some kind of a veranda or stoop.
Yes.
Yeah,
You
to
know,
sit on, yeah.
to sit on,
Very
so.
practical.
Now, if you remember, they used very wet concrete,
Yes.
placed
And you
onto
can
plastic
see. Yeah.
with polypropylene fibers. So what they have got here is the crazing that we have seen inside on the
Yes.
screeds. They never cured these properly, so there has been length change.
Should we quickly check dimensions?
Yes.
Can you
Okay.
just grab the end of it and hold it for me there, please?
Okay. How have you got that?
3.5. 4 meters. So 3.5, yeah, very close to 7.
7.5 squares.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thickness is fine, it's 100 millimeters thick.
Look, I like this one.
You do?
I do. I mean, it's not quite a walkway. It's half a walkway and half a veranda. So, in these kinds of homes, this is exactly what people need, you know? They can sit out here while they braai and look at their children play.
Okay, so
Okay.
pretty good attempt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
So that's it. Judging done. All that remains is to announce who takes this fabulous prize behind me home with him. Will it be your favorite? You'll have to tune in next time to find out in our exciting finale. I'm Fez Lempela, and Building Better Homes was brought to you by PPC Cement. Thanks for watching and take care.
Tune in next time as our grand prize winner is announced.